Good morning, YouTube. It's about 7 o'clock, and I looked at the thermometer when I left, and it is 14 degrees. So we got some things to get done today. Gotta go out there, and I think there's a cow we better treat. But before we do that, we obviously gotta fire up the work truck. So I've been asked about the story on this pickup. I believe it was BigYongster that was wanting to know. Let's do this startup first. Glow plug. Get it up to high throttle. I love that sound of a cold diesel in the morning. Nothing better. So, the story goes that the yellow pickup that you've seen in my tour with the big fat shop cat, you'll see there's a yellow 60 Ford. And that pickup was bought brand new by my grandpa in 1960. And bought as a two-wheel drive with a 6-cylinder and a 3-speed on the tree. Anyways, that was a really reliable pickup. Grandpa had taken it in right away, had the 4-wheel drive conversion done, so it's got Dana 60s front and rear, and divorce mounted 205 transfer case. Well, and when Dad started farming, or ranching, qualify that, because Dad farmed until 89 when we just decided that all we wanted to do was ranch. Anyways, so the motor went up on that pickup. Well, Dad picked up a 292 and a 4-speed, put it in, so now that yellow pickup actually has a 292 wide lock, a 4-speed, a divorce-mounted transfer case, and Dana 60 axles front and rear. Absolutely bulletproof setup, but we parked it back there. It was running when we parked it, and we think it had a bent push rod. Never dug into it. We bought this pickup about a year after that one went up. Just about the same time that we bought that tan and white pickup, that tan and white 4-door. So we bought this pickup for $3,200. Had 110,000 miles on it when we bought it. And the reason we got it for the price we did was that, and that was in about 98. Reason we got it was that it sounded like a washing machine. The guys that drove it were afraid of it because it well, you can hear it for yourself, you know, typical diesel. But if you're used to a nice smooth gas motor, you're not going to like that noise, you know. But you just can't beat a diesel for torque and pulling power, and that's what we use this pickup for. Gets to town once or twice a year. So anyways, we bought this pickup, and if I can find my picture of it, I'll throw it in on the video. When we first bought it, it used to be a really nice looking pickup. So we drove it for a while, and essentially we just used the crap out of it. I mean, pulled anything and everything. Tore the rear bumper off at one time, pulling our big flatbed dually trailer with 2,000 gallons of water on it. We were going up a hill, and all of a sudden it got really light, and I looked behind me, and the trailer was going whoop down the hill. And there's a myriad of different stories I could tell about it, but you know, we had some hired hands come out here working, and caught them doing Dukes of Hazzard jumps with it. So the front end was sagging there for a while. Still sags a little bit, but we got the ball joints fixed. I think that's the only time it's ever been in for front end work. Tore out a bunch of front axles because I don't know why, but they optioned it from the factory with a Dana 60 rear and a Dana 44 front end. I have never quite figured that one out. Just doesn't seem like a heavy enough axle for the kind of torque that a diesel's going to put out. So anyways, we kept driving it and working it. You know, it had paid for itself. And in the meantime, we picked up an 84 exactly like it. And that's where these body panels came from. Originally, the pickup was all tan, like that. Had a chrome grille. Oh, and that door there, the reason that one's completely different is because my brother was backing it out from the haystacks one day and caught the door on a hay bale. Tweaked it all around to the fender, couldn't get the door closed, so we just took it off. Drove it like that for about 2 years. It was great. You're chasing cattle or something, hop on out, let the pickup go. You know, never worried about it much. So then the next thing that happened is the box started falling apart. And I think actually the box might be up here somewhere. Maybe we took it up to the dead pit. But, so we went and bought this Winkle flatbed. That was one of the best modifications that we ever did to it. It's great, you can load it up. We got the feeder box on there. Just great. Plus it's got a fifth wheel hitch built in. We didn't have a fifth wheel in the box, so we could pull a trailer with it. And I actually prefer pulling a trailer with this pickup to any of our others. It just seems to pull better. So then we kept tearing up grills and front clips. As you can see from, well, let's see if I can get the hood open. There's a crack right there. We've welded that one up before. There's been an engine fire. You can see where the paint's come off. But back to the original story here. We kept tearing up grills and front clips. So Dad went out, bought about $200 worth of metal. He said, "Build me a grill guard. I'm tired of replacing grills." And I did. Built him the grill guard you see here. This is all 1-inch Schedule 80 pipe. This is 1/4 inch thick, or this is 1/4 inch thick. 6 by, I believe it's 6 by 2. It's either 6 by 2 or 8 by 2 channel iron. Rolled the edges and welded them. Cut a hole here. Instead of just welding this right to here, I cut a hole through, and you can actually see that the pipe drops down through. And then it's welded on the inside, right along there, and then on the bottom, and right again here. Then brought up the brush guard. You can see there's a dent right here where we've hit a cow. But Dad calls it his buffalo bar, because we've kind of decided that you could hit a buffalo with it and not hurt the pickup. It's all mounted pretty solid. So I'll get a picture of that. Been pretty nice. We don't tear up front ends as much, except bouncing it around tends to make the makes the headlight bezels kind of fall apart a bit, but I'll get around to fixing that eventually. Long and short of it, it's been a great pickup.